What's up guys, my name's Nightfall, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be telling you how to get the Red King exotic sidearm primary in Destiny 2. Now there are a lot of videos out there who already have descriptions and tutorials of how to do certain things, but there's a lot of things that people miss. For example, the different planets you have to do the things on, the different groups of people you have to do them with, and all the different things that I've made mistakes on. While doing this quest line, I feel like I should share with you guys so you don't make those same mistakes. I'm also leaving the entire Nightfall because the last step is doing the Nightfall with 5 minutes remaining. I'm leaving the entire Nightfall there, so if you guys want to see how we did it and how we had plenty of time on doing it, make sure you guys go wait till the end of the video and you'll be able to see the entire Nightfall. That's why the video is so long. And of course, if you want to know what step we're on, just make sure you look at the top left corner. It should have the step and the step number, so if you ever get lost, you can always find your place in the video very quickly. And if you do end up liking the video, make sure you leave a like down below. I know I'm rambling at this point, wasting a lot of your time, but if you could leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. It would get this information to a lot of other people. And of course, subscribe for more Destiny 2 in the future. I'd love to see you guys out there joining me in games on PlayStation and all that stuff as well. So the first step you need to do is actually complete the campaign. This is going to be the first step for all exotic quest lines. Should be pretty straightforward, and most of you probably already have it done. Next, you're going to want to head over to Titan, because pretty much this entire quest line is going to be the world quest on Titan. Go ahead and speak to Sloane in Siren's Watch, and she'll start you off on Enemy of My Enemy. This quest line should be pretty straightforward. I think there's 2 or 3 different quests you have to do in this, and at the very end you'll have a choice of killing a captain. You can kill him or leave him alive. It does not matter. It's actually kind of cool if you leave him alive. He's very respectful, and you have a lot of peace things. But anyways, once you finish that quest line, you should get an item called the Rat King's Crew, which is going to be the most important part of this quest line. If you'll notice, the Rat King's Crew actually has a riddle on it. Now, if you guys want to avoid spoilers and you want to solve it yourself, make sure you click out the video now, because I'm going to be telling you how to solve the riddle, or I'm going to be telling you the answer to the riddle real quickly. I also wanted to mention that the entire rest of the quest line has to be done in a group of people that are also doing the Rat King's Crew pretty much at the exact same spot as you are, or someone who is further than you are. So what I mean by this, you have to have somebody who's doing the quest with you at pretty much exactly the same spot. Or you could have, for example, me and my buddy Caboose. He was doing the Rat King's quest. I was at the Nightfall part, and I was trying to catch him up to us. While he was doing this part, I was able to join him, and he was able to get credit for doing these parts. I do believe you cannot do this solo in a solo fire team. You have to be at least one other person, and you can also have it with all 3 people having the same quest. So the first riddle, you have to complete 3 patrol missions. Now this should be pretty straightforward. I did it on Titan. I don't think that there's a planet requirement, but I did it on Titan. If you're having problems, just go to Titan, do patrols there, and it should be fine. The next riddle after you complete that is to complete 2 public events. Again, I did it on Titan. It probably does not matter. And finally, the third riddle has you go and do 2 Crucible matches. Win or lose, doesn't matter. It could be on competitive or it can be on quick play, doesn't matter. Literally, one of my other buddies, all they did was literally throw their body at the enemy so they can go 0-40 and 0-60 just to get through the match as fast as possible. You don't have to win, and it's kind of fun to just throw your body out there and watch as people very confusingly just shoot at you and try to figure out what's going on. And finally, the very last step of this is going to be the Nightfall. You have to complete the Nightfall with 5 minutes remaining. To reach the Nightfall, you have to have at least 230 light level, but I recommend having at least 260 to 270 light level for your entire crew. So overall, the Nightfall is pretty straightforward. Again, you guys want to watch the Nightfall. It's going to be playing out right now for the entire rest of the video. It's going to be mostly gameplay, but basically you want to figure out which enemies to skip. You need to figure out where you need to apply your ghost into a machine. You need to figure out exactly what objectives you need to do, and you need to do them pretty much immediately. And of course, you need to be running past a lot of enemies. I know you get time back from killing enemies, but a lot of them are not exactly worth it. If they're just in your way, throw a grenade at them or punch a shank as you're going by, but otherwise just do as we do. There's a part with sparrows. You should follow our path pretty specifically so you can get there without having much problem. And again, this is all about speed. This is all about working together. And finally, I would like to mention the Nightfall has a new burn rotation in it. If you didn't know, in Destiny 2, the burn rotation, it's called something else. I think it's called Prism. Basically, it'll say like solar damage is buffed, or arc damage surges in the bottom left corner. Basically means the burn for that is going to be turned on. When it says arc damage surges, you have to use arc weapons to do a lot more damage, and all the other special weapons will do less damage. So what I recommend is having a lot of different secondaries you can switch between, Solar Void and Arc to switch between during the fights, because it will make it a lot easier and it will make it a lot less hard. Certain weapons I recommend for this Nightfall overall, the Borealis can switch damage types while just reloading, makes it a very effective tool at killing the enemies, especially considering later on there's going to be this big tank. It pretty much took out the big tank in like 2 shots. You'll see later in the video, you don't have to kill the first tank, but there'll be a second tank. You kill it, you'll be able to see my teammate absolutely destroy it, and it will just die and you'll be fine and you can move on and continue. Another weapon that would be great is the Hard Light, because you can actually switch the damage type around as you go. You just gotta go to your inventory to switch the damage, although that does take a little bit of time, so you might want to consider just trying out some other weapon. And finally, I would recommend some powerful exotic rocket launchers. I personally had the Wardcliff Coil, which is the new Gjallarhorn 2.0. I like to mention that part specifically because I have one. And finally, for the supers, you want to try to probably divvy it out as much as possible. You try to get as much variance as possible in the types of damage. And of course, these are going to be for killing ads. For the most part, you're not going to be using your supers on killing the boss or any of the bosses in the thing. You want to use those on actually killing as many ads as you can, so you can actually shoot the boss, or you can actually get a ton of time from killing these ads. So I recommend a lot of melee classes like Arc Strider or the Sentinel, or trying to get the Dawn Blade. These are all very good for killing, and as well as killing the boss and all the ads. But anyways, that's the video for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy my in-depth tutorial. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments down below. I'd love to answer them. I look at all my comments, and I'd love to help you guys out. If you guys ever need help on PlayStation 4, hit me up on Twitter. Maybe I can help you throughout this quest or the Nightfall. I'd be more than happy to help. And again, if you did end up liking the video, if you could please like the video down below. It really helps me out, it really helps the channel, and it really helps other people find the video and be able to group up with you and do the Rat King stuff. And then finally, the Nightfall is going to be running out for the rest of the gameplay, so you guys can watch it and repeat what we did in the video. Anyways, I've been your host, Diachronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.